All right, welcome everyone to the AMA we're holding this time together with Defina Finance. Defina Finance is going to be a next IGO launched through Seedify Launchpad. The private sales held on the 8th of October and the IGO, the public sale, on the 11th of October. Defina Finance is going to be the 7th IGO on Seedify Launchpad since it has been rebranded to a gaming launchpad. Tonight we are here together with the VP from Defina Finance, Julie, and Riku, Creative Director of Defina Finance. Seedify Launchpad is a blockchain innovation hub and a project incubator where gaming projects can launch their project. So people that are holding SFUND can participate in the IGOs held on Seedify. And this starts with holding a minimum of 250 SFUND, for which you are receiving a lottery allocation. For every IGO at this point, when you're holding 250 SFUND, there will be 250 people chosen to participate in the IGO. And if you want to have a guaranteed allocation, there's tier 2 until tier 9, which starts by holding 1000 SFUND. And tier 9, which is the maximum tier, will be for people that are holding 100,000 SFUND or more. So that's a little bit about Seedify Launchpad. When it comes to Seedify HODLers, we are a community that is basically a place where SFUND holders come together, where we share information about upcoming projects and where we also talk about price development for the projects and also having in-depth discussions about the upcoming IGOs. So I want to ask now to Julie and Riku to explain a little bit about themselves and also to explain a bit about their background, their professional experience, how they get involved in Defina Finance, and what their plans are with Defina Finance. So Julie and Riku, up to you.
Julie, after you.
Okay, hi everyone. I am Julie, the marketing VP from Defina. My role in Defina mainly consists of planning weekly events, marketing strategies, moderating our social media accounts, and you can also see me on our Discord community. As a person that really enjoys gaming, I was extremely attracted to the decentralized model that Defina is taking and allowing the players to review and provide suggestions that can improve the game. Unlike traditional gaming, Defina opens doors for players that can earn money by playing games. We believe that blockchain games and the play-to-earn model is the future of gaming, which will empower gamers to transform from consumers to one of the decision makers of the game. And thank you for having me today, guys.
Okay, thank you very much for coming, Julie. Riku.
Hey, my name is Riku. I'm the creative director, basically the art person and the NFT person of the team. I'm an NFT fanatic. I have been doing art all my life for the past like 30 years, and I believe in NFT and GameFi as a combo because it's not like it's a huge revolutionary thing in one night. It just gradually makes the game just more and more slightly bit by bit, step by step, more decentralized day by day, and one NFT at a time. And hopefully in the future, the players will truly own their own games, the games they love. Yeah, that's basically my vision.
Okay, thank you for introducing yourselves. Okay, now we're just gonna do some questions, and then we will go. They will ask about yourself, about Defina, and then about the game and itself and the future you have for it. So first of all, any of you, if you had 2 minutes to tell the whole world what Defina is about and why people should invest, what would you say?
Sure, I can take that question. So I would say that Defina Finance is a blockchain game that combines the concept of DeFi and NFT. Our gamers are able to buy or collect various NFT mystery boxes to get heroes and weapons, as well as fight and enhance our characters to learn skills. The players can enjoy a fun and strategic card game with PvP and PvE modes. And Defina's vision is to bring blockchain to millions of players, allowing them to explore a new form of gaming through blockchain technology. This would allow our users to have true ownership of their assets, like what Riku mentioned earlier, like skins, weapons, and accessories, etc. And they can be traded or sold between gamers, which is something that's very, very fun. And I hope that our community will enjoy that.
Okay, thank you. That sounds really awesome. I think what people are really looking forward to these days in gaming is the feeling of ownership, and where when they invest in a game, time-wise, or sometimes even their money, they feel more comfortable if they actually own what they are working hard for. So when you look at Defina Finance and consider other projects on the blockchain at the moment, would you say that Defina Finance is on par with any other projects? And if yes, how do you guys think that you can differentiate from those projects?
Mhm. Yeah, that's a great question. From a gamer's point of view, I personally haven't found any blockchain game based that has a similar playing experience. Overall, with the very sophisticated and fully 3D visual experience, it takes time to develop. And from the attributions of the games, there are games that are focused on NFT. Players already owning their assets in the game. They can use it, loan it, exchange, or sell it. For example, Axie Infinity and some other upcoming games in 2022 and 2023, like Sandbox or Zombie Eclipse. But we find that with Defina, our game is really well rounded, and the team focuses on making the game not just to play to earn, but also fun to play. We believe that we are unique in this industry and that Defina will continue to be successful because of our community members and how much they bring to the table. We make sure that each member and each and every member of the community is heard. For example, we released our beta game a few weeks ago, and we had a reward system for each bug and suggestion. And we had a Discord channel to let those beta testers review and bring those suggestions to improve the game. And all of these were brought back to our development team, and they were reviewed and worked into the game's official release in late October. And a second example I can give is that the game's backstory, as well as each character's backstory, are all written by our community members and supporters. We make sure that everyone would partake in the selection process and they would vote for their favorite stories to appear in the game. Yeah, just a heads up, we'll be hosting a second closed beta test before the official launch, so please stay tuned for that. If you want to add in your maybe favorite features or some of the suggestions you would like, that will be a great time for it. And we believe that a well-balanced, high-quality game that values community inputs and suggestions would make the project survive. And at the end of the day, players are the key to our sustainable ecosystem, and without them, the game would not be successful. So, what we will do is that to make sure that the game is fun and interesting, so it will continue to attract players to actually play the game, love and support the game, while enjoying the benefits of investing and having an introduction to like the crypto industry. So that's just kind of my 2 cents.
Wow, that's a great story. So if I hear it correctly, actually the beta has already been launched and even tested, and
Yeah.
you are saying that the second beta might be coming up soon. So that basically means that for Defina Finance, when the token is launched, basically the listing has been taken place. People can see that a game has already been built, basically.
Yeah, I feel like that's also one of the unique and also comparative advantages that Defina has.
Yeah, that's very important. Okay, over to you, George. Microphone.
So, sorry for it. You talked about that the community has the opportunity to create and change the game, but there's also like 4 type of heroes, like the basic ones, that is the Prometheus Fire, the Ouroboros, the Thoth's Book, and Athena's Aegis. Can you explain the difference between the 4 types?
Yeah, sure, because I have personally participated in the alpha test, the first batch of beta test too. The heroes, each heroes are actually very different from each hero is different from each other. It's not just 4 category, 4 team of different heroes. They are all different, but to make it M4, it's like it's more like a sorting hat thing. They have different background and stories, and to make it more real, like a Gryffindor will deal like 15% extra damage to a Slytherin, as a metaphorical way. It is something like that.
Okay, thank you for answering that question. That sounds very interesting about the. So it's not categories as you're saying, but it's more like sorting hats, and then you have each type of that having multiple heroes, like Beowulf as a Prometheus Fire, or Hatri Hanso as part of Athena's Aegis, and each of them will have different skills: skill attack, passive skill, instant kill skill. So can you elaborate a little bit about the difference between those and what will make each hero unique?
Sure. Defina NFT cards features 28 different heroes. And this is very important because from what I know, there are more coming on its way. Each with unique background stories and skills, belonging to one of 4 fractions. Heroes are randomly generated. By random, I mean their rarity are fixed, but attributes, skills, and elements are random generated. Each time you draw a hero from a blind box, these 3 are different. I had this chance to join the very first batch of the test, so what I can tell you is each hero is unique. Even with the same hero, after you treat it differently, you play with it differently, it's going to be different.
So
it will at the end it will fit to your own playing style. It's more like that.
So basically, you can have the same hero, but with different skills and different rarity. So that's what makes each hero unique, and each hero will be unique itself between his brother, for example, like the same hero, but Marco's hero
Absolutely.
can be different than mine. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
very cool. That's very cool.
All right. Thank you for telling us a bit about the different heroes in Defina Finance. So when we're talking about other aspects of the game, there are also hero elements. Could you explain what these are for?
Hero elements, it's basically like any kind of magic element in myth or a legend. It's wind, fire, water, lightning, and earth, everything else. It's quite important for skill attacks. A certain hero, only one of your hero elements matches the skill attack element. Elementally, the skill attack full power can be unleashed. Each hero have a unique set of elements, and if you match the right ones, well, you're playing the game right. And when have multiple heroes on the team with the same elements, the combination result in the team is stronger. Simply.
Okay, thanks. Thank you for explaining that for our viewers. There's also a possibility to evolve the heroes. You can upgrade it, you can reborn them, and you can add more elements to each heroes. I've seen you can do this on Alchemy. Can you explain what is Alchemy, and can you elaborate how it works?
Oh, sure. I'll try to put this easy. There are two ways to refine your heroes in alchemy, both requiring your token, your Fina token, for resonance. It gives your hero the chance to increase or swap an element. You just simply click a button on the interface, and it changes. Um, Through alchemy, you will select the element of the primary hero you want to replace with a secondary hero elements. You cannot choose the element of the secondary hero that will be transferred or swapped. However, alchemy requires Fina token to operate, and one hero has a cap to use alchemy. The second way to refine the heroes are using Finas too, like refining will regenerate states from the hero. It's also something. It's also quite simple. It's also a little button on the interface. There is a cap for refining heroes and will require more Fina per hero if the player chose to refine the hero multiple times. So don't just click away. There's actually increase like the Fina it took. The level progressing is an experience gained through PvE will be lost once a hero is reborn. So yeah, the probably go back to a basic level. This will give a chance for the hero to potentially have a new skill attacks base statistic, like all the numbers, speed, health, stuff, and elements. More information about the alchemy will come up in the second beta, so please look forward to that and have fun with it in game.
Okay, that will be very nice. I hope to see it as soon as possible. Okay, now I want to ask, also you need to have at least 4 heroes to start playing. Will we need to buy those 4 heroes, or we can start playing with some kind of free heroes that Defina will offer the players?
Right. No, unfortunately, there are no free heroes available in the game. You have to use different heroes to form a team to start playing. And if you have the same of the multiple heroes, you could form multiple teams with that.
Okay.
Okay. Could you explain a bit about the earning system in the game? So people have their heroes, they start playing. How will they continue after that?
You can earn Fina tokens through a number of ways in the game. To mention a few, you can win through the PvP yield farming to own a farming pool, play the adventure mode to get random token drops, play the PvP arena matches to climb the leaderboard, enhance or refine your NFTs, which is like your heroes, or make in-game items and sell them on the marketplace, which is not really released yet, but we have sent out a few sneak peeks on our Medium of how the marketplace would look like, and or even simple missions such as completing daily quests and achieving milestones. Those are many ways, one of the many ways to earn Fina tokens, and we can't wait for you to discover and play through them.
Okay, you talked about different gaming modes. Can you explain the battle mechanics of the game for someone who has never played something similar?
Sure. For starters, it's an RPG game, so you're acting as one or a group of characters. There's 4 in this case, and it's a turn-based game, so it's not like action RPG or real-time RPG. It's turn-based, and it's pre-game tactics. So, which means at this point you will not have to do anything during the fight. You pick your tactics, you pick your heroes, you team up your heroes, you position them for the fight before the fight. And during the game, during the fight, you actually need to do nothing, just sit back and relax. And that's the fighting part. And The game contains adventure, PvP, and mining modes that allows our players to experience it and try out different mechanism. So it's more like a real game, not a blockchain three pets fighting each other game. And in adventure mode, you will be fighting monsters, or you will be fighting monsters, and you will be fighting opponent teams to earn XP, Fina coin, and items. There are like there are like magical items randomly dropped from these fights. In minings, when you will be attacking and defining mines to generate and stake your coin, and you have a like 3 hour minimum mining time. You couldn't collect before this 3 hour. The 3 hours, and after 3 hours, you can earn your stake anytime. And PvPs, where you will be fighting other players, and there will be a ranking, a ladder, something like a ladder, a ranking, and player with highest rank. I think it's the top 50. I'm not so sure at this point. I think it's the top 50. I think it's number 1, number 2 to number 3, number 3 to 10, and 11 to 50. They all got different rewards, and they are got different rewards. Yeah, that's pretty much it from this point on.
Yeah, I think that PvP ladder is what a lot of people will be after, especially when people are enjoying the game. They will be really eager to be number 1 or at least in the top 10. So that's definitely going to be very interesting for everyone that's playing Defina later on.
Okay, thanks for explaining about the battle mechanics of the game. It's very interesting. And also during the game and the battle, there's something called faction bonuses. How can someone get those bonuses, and what are the benefits of having them?
Even I didn't quite understand the mechanics of faction at first, because it was a very short trial period from the alpha test. Afterward, I gave it a deeper reading. I went through our dev teams, the game developments. That they gave me this new explanation to it, to create balance between factions. Each faction has a bonus against one other faction. Like, for example, Ouroboros faction takes 50% more damage from Prometheus Fire, and deals 15% more damage to a Thoughtbook, something like that. And faction bonuses are either offensive or defensive bonuses. They can be activated by having multiple heroes from the same faction. In the team, like you have 4 members, right? If you have multiple heroes, like 3 or 4 heroes from the same faction in your team, grant your team faction bonuses. Or you can have one of each hero from the one hero from each faction that activates a faction bonuses too. From personal experience, I am sure that if you collect all 4 factions, it will be activated. But if you only got 3, well, activate 2, but with less bonuses.
Okay, thank you for explaining about the faction bonuses. Very interesting.
Now about the marketplace, heroes can be acquired through mystery boxes and marketplace, right? So how will this marketplace work? Will we need BNB? Will we need Fina? And are each hero limited, or they are unlimited but randomly selected every hero?
Yeah, players will have 2 ways to claim or get these heroes. So one way is to purchase mystery boxes, and this will give them a random hero from a pool, and the cost of the mystery box will be a fixed price. And the second way to get heroes from would be the marketplace, where players could trade their heroes, and the cost of the hero from the secondary market would depend on the seller. And from the marketplace, we will be supporting different currencies, multiple currencies from Fina and BNB. So you'll be able to have flexibility to choose and to pick and choose what you would like. And yeah, this is just like one of the many ways that we will be planning, but we will be taking a lot of suggestions and also reviews from others, and we can put those into consideration in terms of improving the game and also the marketplace.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you for that. I want to move on a little bit to most likely it will be considered quality of the coding and the whole system behind the game. Basically, the security and some legal aspects. So when building a project on the blockchain, of course, it needs to be secure for everyone. People use their wallet to log in, to connect, to purchase things, to interact with in-game activities. So could you tell us who will be performing the security audit on the Defina smart contracts and also the coding?
Yeah, sure, of course. I would say that one of security is also one of our top priorities in Defina. So we will have several auditing firms to audit our smart contracts. As of now, Luck is doing our first audit. It's a company from Silicon Valley. And after the first audit, we will find known SIC and CertIC for future audits as well. So this is also to ensure and also reassure our players and our community that we'll be taking our security very seriously and making sure that we're sticking by to what we're saying as well.
That's very good to hear. Certic, for a lot of people, is a very known auditing company. You can search them up on Twitter. You can see which project they have already audited. And it's also giving a lot of trust, of course, to know that there will be an auditing company from Silicon Valley. That's good news.
Yeah, what I was gonna say. Just Marcus said it for me. I wanna know something about the game itself, since Marcus and I were both players that we've been playing for a little bit. We wanna know, how will you prevent fraudulent use of the game, like cheating or griefing?
Yeah, we hopefully that doesn't happen very often in the game, but we do have an anti-cheating mechanism in place. Firstly, we will prevent users from using the same heroes for different accounts through a time lock of withdrawing their heroes, and this will eliminate users from using the cheating the system through transferring the heroes to the other wallet addresses to play the game. Furthermore, if we detect an IP which is used multiple times, we will ban the IPs, and our system will detect unusual activity of the account, such as using a bot to play the game or detecting accounts that can be banned right away. But we also are exploring different ways to prevent like the cheating, and also trying to outsmart the system. But yeah, that's it for now.
Yep, that's quite important to look at, actually. I'm a gamer myself for I can hardly remember. I think it's maybe 25 years now already, and mainly playing MMORPGs in the past, of course, off the blockchain. And there are many ways that people trying to outsmart, as you call it, the system, create multiple accounts. How you say it? Well, I have to admit, I mean, most MMORPGs also somehow allow for it, and also sometimes it's required when you're looking at the number of items you need to upgrade from one gear level to the next gear level. If you do that the normal way with one account, sometimes it can take, like, 1 year, 2 years just for an upgrade, and then your gear will be upgraded to the next level, and the game already went 2 updates ahead. You still don't have that next gear level. So I'm very interested to see how Defina is going to develop in that way. Further, when we are looking at Defina team, so we are now talking to the both of you. Could you tell us a little bit more about the other people in your team that you work with, and what they do for Defina?
Right, sure. I would say that our Defina team is located all over the world. We were formally established in April, and the company is headquartered in Ireland, and many employees come from Ireland, Germany, the US, Canada, and some regions in Asia. And it's a very diverse and interesting team. We have lots of time zones we also need to overcome, which is something we do on a day-to-day basis. And then the Defina's development team members are all from the traditional game industry. They all have that sort of background, and the game design and gameplay are very well thought out. And with outstanding graphics and arts, you can see from our videos on our websites and even some beta gameplays from some of the content creators on YouTube. I personally think that Defina is such a hidden gem that's waiting to take the space by storm. And most importantly, I think I mentioned this earlier as well, that our team really focuses on making the game not just a play to earn model, but also a fun to play game. And we're very excited for everyone to try it out.
All right, thank you, Julie and Riku, for explaining about Defina and the team and the people you work with. For the community that's watching this AMA on YouTube, we're also organizing a giveaway. The giveaway requires you to fill out the Gleam, which will be posted on our Twitter, which you probably already found if you're watching this AMA here. One of the requirements for this giveaway is that you will have to spend 60 minutes watching this YouTube AMA before you can continue to the rest of the part of the giveaway. The giveaway is going to be 500 Fina tokens in total, which will be given out to 5 lucky winners. So 100 Fina tokens for 5 winners each. So over the last couple of days and weeks, we have also gathered some input from the community about Defina Finance. Obviously, Defina has already been doing some marketing out there, and we have received some questions from the community. And we're just going to go through them, starting with the first one. So this is related to tokenomics. Could you give us an overview of your tokenomics and also the utility of the Fina token within the game?
There are multiple uses for Fina token and in-game play and outside the game as well, like in community governance. Fina token is a BEP20 governance token. It's a utility token and it's also a governance token. It's also in-game currency for the Fina game. It's a single token system. It used to reward and incentivize players to play the Fina game, of course, and purchase in-game assets like heroes. Later on, in the later versions, weapons as well, maybe lands, or keep your mind open. This could be a lot of possibilities. It can use the alchemy to enhance heroes, use through rebirth process to find the hero. It can also stake in yield farming, battle pools, and earn rewards just by putting it there. And all in-game actions, marketplace purchases, and rewards utilize and are paid out in Fina. The Fina team is planning on adopting a governance system which will allow Fina token holders to participate in future directions and decision makings with the Fina ecosystem through a DAO mechanism.
Okay, thank you. So basically, you want the game to be a player game. Like the community choose everything, and they have to be self-driven. That's very good. Okay. Also, community ask about heroes. They want to know that the heroes can be acquired through mystery boxes and marketplace, right? But how will this marketplace work? Will we need BNB, Fina, and are the heroes limited?
Yeah, so the players have two ways to get those heroes. One way is to purchase mystery boxes. This will give them a random hero from the pool, and the cost of the mystery box will be fixed, will be a fixed price. And the second way is to get heroes from the marketplace where players trade their heroes, and the cost of the hero from the secondary market will depend on the seller. For the marketplace, we will support multiple currencies, including FINA and BNB. Our official marketplace will be up in 3 days, so soon our members could trade their collections and you'll be able to access them and take a look at everything.
All right, thank you for explaining a bit about the marketplace. So we are moving on to the next question from the community. Obviously, after the IDO, or on Seedify we call it the IGO, is held, people like to know what is happening after, game launch and future launches. So could you explain to the community what will happen after the IGO?
Sure. So after the IGO, we will host a second closed beta game test. We will let a small group of community members to test out the game and see the updates from the first beta, and letting them submit their bugs and suggestions so we have a good and successful game launch at the end of the month. So next, you can anticipate Defina's marketplace, like I mentioned a little earlier, where you can buy and trade your hero NFTs. So please stay tuned for that. And most importantly, we'll be launching the game, which will be available on iOS, Android, Windows, and Mac. We'll be streaming the beta test on our Twitch channel, so you can also see how the game is if you don't have a chance to play the beta. So please join our social media accounts to get the latest updates.
Okay. I have a little question, if I might. If I want to stream the game once it's live, will there be some copyright restriction or something like that?
No, everyone is free to stream their beta and also just streaming Defina. That'll be completely fine. We would love everyone to see how Defina works and join the community.
Okay, thank you for it. Also about the decentralization part of Defina, is there a path? Is there a progressive path to decentralization? I suppose right now it's not as decentralized as you may want. How will you make it as decentralized as you want?
Well, first, when we start when we're starting this, it's going to be like a little bit more centralized at first. Governance will progressively remove the control from the team towards a community base on token holdings. You gotta hold tokens to governance, right? And we will move from a centralized model to a decentralized model progressively, but not in a very slow pace. We'll try to speed things up, of course, in various aspects. The community of FINA holders will be able to participate in to governance decisions of platform using a DAO structure when they can exercise voting rights on key elements such as like the biggest transaction fees, rating profiles, and a lot more, of course. Like who is your spokesman usually, but we'll keep that open. We'll put more things in. We are now at the very beginning of this, and let's say year one, Defina will be maintained and upgraded by our dev teams. But the community still got a say in what we are doing, of course, and the security is also very important. So you don't want the rights to be in the wrong hands. But as the community grows bigger and stronger, more and more decisions will be made by our community through a DAO mechanism.
Okay, thank you for explaining about the DAO mechanism.
Yeah.
I think the whole DAO mechanism is a very important aspect in a decentralized world, especially here where people want to show their influence basically, and make sure that the project stays alive and it stays liked by the community. So before we're moving on to the closure of this AMA by George, there's one last question from the community. Everyone, of course, loves to see and hear all the secrets before they are round, basically. Of course, I can understand that you can't share us all the secrets, but do you have any surprises for the community that you want to share with us?
Sure. We will have many other partnership announcements down the line, and we might have special skins or weapons, characters from those partnerships. Moreover, there are tons of fun activities on Discord channel every week, and we have a Friday party and a regional mini game competition, as well as a lot of contests. So, for example, we may have a mystery box, NFT mystery box giveaway next week. So. There's also occasional airdrops, so please join our Discord channel and follow our social media to be updated and also to join in on the fun.
Okay, that sounds very cool. We are hoping and waiting for it. So I think that we can finish it here. If you want to add anything else, you are free to add, like Marcus or Julie or Ricky. Just ask, say whatever you want. If not, just people like and subscribe the video. We appreciate it, and it supports us a lot. And so, you want to add anything, Julie, Ricky?
I'm good. I'm good here.
Yeah, I feel like they asked very good questions, and I hope to see you guys in the community. I'll be there.
All right. Thank you very much, Julia and Ricky, for being here with us for this AMA. Also, thank you for giving your time to answer the questions and also the questions from the community. We wish you a lot of luck with the upcoming preparations and also, of course, the upcoming IGO on Seedify Launchpad on the 11th of October. So yeah, good luck with everything. And after the IGO, good luck with preparing for the listing and the launch of the game. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Marcus.